Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Welcome to next session of full stack development. So, as part of our previous session, we have discussed what exactly the full stack development is and what is meant by front end development and what is meant by back end development, right? Yeah, so those things we all have. So now today we are going to see. Yeah, I hope people got some idea, right? Yeah. So when it comes to this, front end development or UI development, as part of that, you will be learning, something like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You'll be learning, right? As part of that, you'll be learning these things. And other than this, here you'll be learning one framework like React or Angular, any one of them. But throughout this course, I will be teaching this React, and as part of this, but I'll be starting another batch, and where you can learn exclusively Angular also, if you prefer Angular. So, but I will be starting with this HTML, then we'll be learning CSS, then we'll be proceeding to JavaScript. So once that is done, then we'll shift our concentration towards this particular one, like Node.js, the backend development, and inside which we'll be learning Node and Express and MongoDB as technologies will be learning. Okay. So yeah, now I'd like to, without any further delay, I'd like to jump into the first, what I can say, module of our course, that is UI development. Yeah, actually, your friends from some other batch are asking some more doubts, so it's that's why it got a bit late. Okay, yeah, don't mind for that. Yeah. When I talk about this, UI development module, in this, yeah, as we already discussed, like HTML is bigger than CSS and all. Yeah, we know already why HTML is used. HTML is used to add content to your web page. It is used to add content to a web page. So, what kind of content it can be? So, the content means whatever we see in the website is nothing but a content. In that regard, I can say something like uh, text related data or some images or some, what I can say, like some links, right? And some tables and some videos and some audios, right? So some videos and some audios, etc. etc. All these can be considered as content. If you know how to add text, how to add image, how to add link, how to add videos to your web page, then you will be learning how to add content to the web page. That is a part of actually HTML. So this is about HTML, and the full form HTML is acronym, right? So it is something like hypertext markup language here. So forget about that word called hypertext here. I think you might have observed in any of the website, you observe something like HTTP or HTTPS. You'll be observing like either HTTP or HTTPS. You'll be observing, which indicates like hypertext transfer protocol. So in this web world, whenever the people have developed this World Wide Web, www and all, so the data transferring, there should be certain protocols, right? That will be using a protocol, hypertext protocol, and whatever the web pages we create here, they'll be comply with that terms, like that particular protocol it will be obeying. Like you don't need to worry about all these things. That's why that name is there. That's what I'm telling. It will be hypertext. Next comes your markup language. See, in any of the programming language, if you use this kind of thing, is called markup language. This is nothing but a tag, something like if you write something like this, then this is called head tag. So these are called tags. So in any of the software programming language, if you use tags for its development, any of the programming development, if you use tags, such kind of language are referred as markup language. That's the reason here we call it as a markup language. So in general, when you use some C language or Java or something, if you write there, we don't use this. We'll use some other kind of standards, so something like these things we'll be using, and something like this, something else we don't use these tags actually exclusively. That's the reason we don't call them markup, but here we call this HTML as markup language. Okay, fine. So this is about some brief about your HTML and that. Fine. And whatever the HTML we are going to learn in our course is HTML5. The latest one only will be learning. Yes, HTML4 is the previous one, but the latest one HTML5 will be learning. Now, so to work with this HTML, what are the prerequisites with respect to system here? What prerequisites you should have in your system? So before that, person as a person, like what prerequisites you should have first of all before your system. That is, I can say you should have some knowledge like nothing, no, not required. You don't require any specific knowledge to learn the HTML. If you're talking about JavaScript and all, then I can say definitely like first you have to start with the HTML, CSS, some idea should be there, and even some basic programming. Okay, but when you're talking about learning of HTML, or if you want to learn React or Angular, definitely you should have some understanding on the JavaScript. But if you want to learn HTML, so as a learner point of view, you don't need to have any uh, special what I can say some learning path or learning curve ahead, not required. But when it comes to your system, your PC here, what are the softwares you have to install to work with this HTML? So, for example, I don't know, you know about Java or not? Most of people generally know, right? So, if you want to work with Java, or even in your graduation days, you might be work with C language, right? If you want to do that, first you will be installing something related to C. Some compiler you will be installing in your computer, and then you'll be doing some. So in the same way, if you want to work with the Java, you have to install JVM in your computer, right? That is called Java installation. But to work with this HTML also, there should be something, right? So when it comes to that installations here, uh, you no need to do any uh, specific installations here. No specific installations are required, but still there should be a few things available in your computer that should be there. That must and should be there. One is one editor. So to write the code, you need an editor. It could be a plain text editor. That could be a plain text editor here. Uh, the plain text editor example is whatever I'm using. What is that I'm using? Notepad. Okay. So it can be a plain text editor, or you can use something like an IDE. You know IDE, you might heard this one. An IDE, it can have IDE also in your computer, and IDE also can be there. So for example, you had something like Eclipse and Visual Studio Code. This is my Visual Studio Code, guys. Here I developed some React, something I have written. Okay, this environment is called this symbol. This is called our Visual Studio Code here. This is one tool. Actually, IDE is nothing but a tool here. IDE full form here is Integrated Development Environment. So you can write the code in normal text editor like Notepad or Notepad plus plus, or any other plain text editor, or you can have any IDE also. But at this moment, at this beginning level, so I don't want you to have any IDE now. If you have, also fine, you can use. But at the beginning stage, I recommend you to don't use it. Okay. After 2-3 sessions or after 4-5 sessions, we'll start using that one. Which one to be installed, and all I will be helping you. So when it comes to the plain text editor, definitely in your computer you'll be having Notepad, provided you are from Windows. If it is a Mac system also, you'll be having something else. Okay, which is similar that of okay, Notepad. Now next comes your a modern browser should be there in your computer. I recommend you people to have either Chrome, and if you want to go with any Microsoft related thing, so don't go with the IE guys like an Internet Explorer edition. So don't go with that one. So I recommend you to go with the Edge, okay, and Firefox, Safari, and all. So all are fine. So any modern browser. So that's it. If you want to learn HTML learning, if you want to work with this, then you don't require all this. Okay, and it's all these things mean no special installations to be required to done at your system level. So these two things are more than enough to learn. Got it, right? Yeah. So now, yeah, in my computer, I will be using Notepad on, even though I'm having an IDE, but starting stage I will be using the a Notepad on. Every day, whatever the things you'll be doing, uh, I want you people to maintain specific directory. For example, in your computer, assume like you have D drive or E drive, whatever it is there. I want you to put whatever the name you want, full stack learning or whatever you want. Just to create one directory. Directory is nothing but folder, guys. Just to create that, and inside that you name again HTML learning or something like that. You name, and there you start writing everything every day. Whatever you are doing some practicing and all. I want you people to do in that way. So I don't want you people to directly do something on the desktop or somewhere else. I don't want. Why? Because I want you people to maintain a particular structure. Okay. So for that reason, I recommend you people to do that. So in my computer, I think I just created something like this. Full stack some name. I just created here. If you look at this, uh, yeah, full stack 8 a.m. December 15th, something like that. I have created with my D drive of full stack 8 a.m. December 15. And now here inside this folder directory, I'm going to create one subdirectory, subfolder here. I can write HTML or UI development. And within that, if you want to keep your HTML learning separate, and then if you want, yes, you can. But yeah, for me it is okay. Fine, I will be doing a directly. I can. It's up to you, whatever the way. Fine. So this is about your first prerequisites to learn the HTML. As I already stated with you guys, like everything I will be starting from the scratch. That is the reason, even though some people might be knowing these things, few things like as a basic thing, but still, uh, why I am telling, because I insist people to learn from the scratch who doesn't even know anything about technology. So it is fine, absolutely fine. Okay, yeah. Now we are going to learn about this HTML now. So to work with this HTML, as I told you already, you don't require anything, special software. Why? But still, how can we able to execute it? You'll be writing some code, okay, then we'll be saving. But how can we able to execute? Because you'll be writing the code with the help of this plain text editor, and then we'll be saving our files with .html or .htm extension. This extension will be using, and we'll be saving our file here. So once we have saved that file, then that file can be opened in any of the browser. So there you can open through like whatever the browser you are using, you can open through any of the browser. Then browser has the capability to what I can say, like go through your code and display and execute your code. You understood, right? So you don't require any special compiler or something to be uh, available in your computer to run this code of HTML. Got it? So browser itself will take care of that. That is the reason you don't require anything special. So write the code in the editor and try to execute that through the browser. This is a simple model we'll be using for learning the HTML. Now, in this HTML, as we learned, everything will be done in terms of tags. Everything will be considered as a tag. So, for example, if you take this something, whatever it is, some table, whatever. This one, this is called a starting tag, like opening tag. I can say this is called opening tag, or people call it as start tag. Like that, we'll be having like this. Then this is called closing tag, or we call it as a end tag. And between these two things, what is that? Opening and closing tag. Together, we call it as a HTML element. So, for example, yeah. This one together we call it as HTML element here. You understand? So this one, whatever you will be writing here, something you will be writing over there. Yeah. Here we will be writing something, and all right. So this together, it could be anything. I can write some rows over there, some data, whatever it may be. Example, just I took some example. This one will be considered as a HTML element, and exclusive. This is called table element. If you write something else, then that element. If I write P, then that is called a P element, whatever it is. Clear? So then this is an HTML element. When it comes to this element, this HTML element can have different kind of data here. So, for example, here it can have textual data, you understand, or that can have image related data. It can have links related data where people can click something, or it can have something like some tables also. It can be anything, or even it can be something like some videos or some audios, or even it can have some forms, forms, right, where people will be entering the data, etc. It can be so many things here. So when it comes to this HTML element, it can have any data, right? So what we will be learning in our course part of HTML is we'll be learning how to add the textual data. We'll be learning how to add the image related data. We'll be learning how to add the links. We'll be learning how to add the videos. All the things. I did not mention few things over there. Still, all those things will be learning. Got it? And then how we'll be adding such data. Okay, fine. We are adding the data. What data we'll be adding is HTML element will be that each element can contain any kind of data, and even one of the important things, it can contain other element also. You understood, right? So your HTML element can contain normal data, or it can have other element also as part of it. You understood, right? Within this table, example I took table, but within that table you can have something else. You can have something like tr. Tr means some table row here, okay, whatever it is. But what it indicates here, table is some one element, right? Opening and closing of table is one element, and within that you have another element also. So HTML element can contain other elements or textual elements or whatever is different data. We'll be learning how to add it, but how we'll be adding. So here content will be added in HTML with the help of tags. Everything will be added with the help of tags. So that is, for adding text, we'll be having certain special tags. For image, we'll be having some specific tags. So that will be done. So when it comes to this textual, first we'll be going with something like text here. So before learning this tags for text and all, I would like to talk about a basic template and HTML means any web page will be following. So that is here. I think you people might be having some idea about this, but this is very important. Every web page you take, that will be following this particular structure here. Yeah, so HTML is called a root tag here, which this is the main tag. It's a starting tag of your web page, I can say, in other words. Next is you'll be having something like header tag, and then something like body tag here. These two are primary tags. These two are called primary tags here. This is head element and this is body element. So what exactly, as I told you, HTML is a root tag, because if you want to create any web page, first tag should be HTML itself. That is the one. Then what will be there in the head tag, and then what will be there in the body tag here. So if you uh, look at whatever the visible content present in your web page, whenever you see something in the web page, that all visible content will be added within this particular body tag. Then next, what will be added in the what I can say, this header tag. Metadata will be added in the header tag. What is the meaning of metadata? Metadata is nothing but just some info about your page, like in your web page. Some actual meaning of metadata is information about the information or data about the information is called metadata. So here it will be added. For example, what is the title of your web page? You understood, right? What should be the title of your web page and what external links you are using for your web page? You understood, right? That some external information will be there for in the header tag. Next comes your but this is the main content. Whatever images will be adding and what I can say like some audio files will be adding. All such things will be adding, right? New things. So all that data will be added in the body tag. So to make you people to understand in a better way, I can compare this with the letter writing. Like letter writing. Yeah. So in the letter, if you take what will be there in the letter, on the top somewhere, you'll be having some name for the letter, and something on the leftmost, on the topmost of rightmost, somewhere else will be having date and place, right? And some few things will be there. So that is called actually a metadata, guys. What that will be telling you? That tells you about what your letter is about, why you are writing that letter, what is the purpose, and from where you are writing, and who is the guy writing, and to whom you are writing. That is some meta information, some information about your letter. But okay, you want some leave for that, you are applying some leave application, some leave letter of just assume. Then why you want leave and how many days you want leave, you got it, right? So all such the actual matter you'll be mentioning in the body of the letter, right? Body of the letter, there only actual things will be mentioned, right? That is what just to understand the comparison I told that, guys, clear? So this is about your web page, basic web page template here, blueprint or template of typical web page. So any web page you take, this will be followed. So I'm going to show you this in a live, guys. Okay, I will try to open some websites and I will try to show that one. So what will be there in that? I would like to show that. So for that here, yeah. So here I just type something like Amazon here. Uh, just like that, I'm clicking this one. You should open Amazon site. Yeah, I hope all of you are able to see this Amazon site, right? Now, structure what I'm doing here. I'm just observing the source code of that first page. Okay. Yeah. If you look at the line, first line number 1, there you're able to see something HTML here, right? You're able to see something HTML. Yeah. I hope you're able to see it properly now. Yeah. So if you look at this line number 1, there you can able to see something like HTML. Yeah, here something is there called document type HTML, but that will not be considered as a starting point. Why? Because this doc type HTML actually should be there in your HTML page, but that indicates like that tells the browser like this is an HTML page. Please consider this as HTML page, but this dialect is not required right now. Without writing that also it will work. Why? Because the moment anything starts from the HTML, it understands like it's a browser, it's a web page. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Now, what is the starting tag here? HTML. Okay. Then after that, what is the tag? Header tag. You understood, right? Forget about other things. Whatever you see in this header tag, what is there? Some external links you are mentioning. Something else. Something from some other resources you are mentioning something. But see some meta information like so control should be on something, whatever it is. Some JavaScript file you are adding just to represent the date, you are adding some JavaScript, whatever it is. But everything you are doing in the edit tag. Forget about all these things if you don't know, also fine. But the structure I am talking, some scripts you are adding, yeah, some stylings you are adding, and then where is my close? Yeah, here you are able to see something like title. Able to see something title, guys. Here, what is there in the title? Online shopping site in India. Shop online for mobiles, books, watches, and all something. If I take my mouse cursor over there, you are able to see that same thing. Online shopping site in India. Shop for mobiles, books, watches, shoes, something, right? So that is what about your title tag. I told you, right? Some information, meta information means title of your web page and all that, everything will be mentioned in your title tag. Okay. Some other things also there. Okay. We are not interested in that. Here, if you look at this 252 line here, head tag is closed. So once the head is closed, then what should be there? As per our basic template, what should be there here? immediately body tag should be open, right? So that is what here also, right? Here edit tag closed, and now here body tag open. See, forget about this class, and also don't worry about all these things. Okay, that is something for some other what I can say. That purpose is different, but what is open here? Body tag. Now, so much of data will be there inside this. So much of data will be there. So many things will be there. I think some thousands will be there lines here. Yeah, see here division, farm, so many other things are there. But just go there. I want to reach. Like to go to the end now. Yeah, if you look at this line, line number just 2613. Here you are able to see something like closing body tab. You understood? And after that, what happened? Immediately closing the HTML tab, right? So that is what here any web page template we just now we talked about, right? So that is about your any web page you take that will be following. Not only that, yes, you take anything here. So for example, here some Wikipedia page is there. Okay, here just open this. Taking some time. Yeah. If you look at this line number 2, there what is started HTML, right? Then immediately what started edit tag, right? Yeah, in that some links and some metadata extra something few things are added, and after that yeah, line number yeah 43. You can able to see something like head tag, right? Head tag is closed over there. Then immediately what happened? Body tag is started. So then that's it. Now whatever it is there in this list item, so many things are there. Some links because what will be there in your what I can say Wikipedia page. Most of the times links only, right? Some data will be there and links to some other data that only will be there. And if you look at that 2852 line number 2852, there body tag close and then HTML, right? So why uh, ask you people to observe this because this is the only thing which will be there in your web page. Any web page you take. The only thing changes here is what you are writing. The content will be changing. So if you are writing something like simple page where normal data will be writing. If you're writing one page with some complex activities, there's such kind of data you'll be writing. And if you want to add some securities and so many things, then you will take some third-party tools and you'll be adding all such data to your page. But that purely depends on your requirement. But it will be following this particular step. Okay, fine. So now we are going to learn how to create our first web page. How to create. Okay. So, yeah. As I already told you, we'll be using editor to create the what I can say pages. Then to display the pages, we'll be using the browser. First editor I have to use. What editor? I already have the editor. What editor? This one, Notepad only. Using Notepad, I can able to create. So now here I am having Notepad. So what it should follow? Already we discussed. What it should follow? Should follow HTML. So instead of copying, I'm writing one more time. Okay, HTML should be the root tag here. Next, it should follow edit tag. Okay, edit tag. Then, what is the other primary tag we have to use? Body tag. Open and then close a body tag. So fine. Now, the important thing is we have to save this file. Clear? Click option called save option here, and where it is saving. Just concentrate on it. See, if you look at this, it is storing in some location called Manstack November 2021, means which is not our batch, right? React Code, something else. Our batch name is what is the directory I gave here is full stack development, right? Within D drive, I gave something like uh, full stack. So I'm just going to that one. Yeah, D drive full stack. Yeah. So in that UI development is there one more. Yeah. Here I want to save it. You do for one time, then next time it will show as a suggestion over there. Okay. Yeah. Give something. You can give whatever the name you want. I am just giving something like first page or first work or whatever it is. Now dot HTML is very important. Clear? This name is of your choice, but dot HTML you have to write. And then very important thing, make this save as type is the red guys that to all files. Don't keep it as TXT text document. Why? Because if you do that, what happens? This first page dot HTML will become a name to a file where text file is created. You understood it? This entire thing will be considered as a name. Then normal text file will be created, not as a web page will be created. You understood? That's the reason you have to keep it all files. So I repeat, guys, again. Take one, normal plain notepad and then write this template. Then save. Go with save, and when you are saving, give any name you want, and then .html is mandatory, and make this save as type. First default will be like this, but you have to make it to all files. Okay, and you should keep it as .html. Now save this. Fine. Now you are able to see something on that, right? First page is there. Now I want to check it whether that's been created or not. Yeah, yes, absolutely. If you look at this UI development directory there, you can able to see something like first page. But interesting thing here is, just to before that page name called first page, file name, there is some symbol, right? What is that symbol is about, right? This symbol. What is this? Microsoft Edge actually. Why this symbol is shown? Because yeah, but before that here you can able to see something. What is a file is about? Which is not a text file. This is a Microsoft Edge HTML document. Forget about Microsoft Edge HTML document. Why this is showing Microsoft Edge here and Microsoft Edge symbol here? Because in my computer, Microsoft Edge is the default browser. In your computer, Chrome might be the default browser. In your friend computer, Opera might be the default browser. In another friend's computer, Safari might be the default browser. You understood, right? So as per that, the symbol will be there. Okay, icon will be there. But here also that will be there. Chrome HTML, but this type is HTML. Got it, right? Yeah. Now I want to open this in the browser. So then what to do? So in two ways you can open. Go to what I can say, right click option on that, and then click open with. Then there you can able to see some browsers and some things. Now if I click Firefox, then it will be opening in the Firefox. So now I am clicking Firefox now. Now that is open in the Firefox. Okay, as of now, no data has been shown there, but what I can say, but still that is open, right? Now I don't want to open there. I want to open in the Microsoft Edge. Then what I can do? Again, go with open with Microsoft Edge again. But instead of that, what I can do? What is the default thing? Microsoft Edge. Directly I can do double click on that. You understood? Just to press double click on that, then again I will be removing it. Double click it, that directly open. That will be opening in the Microsoft Edge. But in this, no data is there. Empty. Why empty? Actually, where this file. Where is my file? Yeah, here. This file is inside the body. What data is there? No data is there. Right? That is the reason it is happening like that. Yeah. Here I am typing something. Hi friends, welcome to UI development learning. That's it. This is a text I want to add now. Simply save it, add it and save it. Now just minimize it and go to your page, and just now you edited that one, right? Saved it, reload it. Able to see something? Yes. So not only here, in other browser also you have opened it. Now that also you reload. Now you are able to see something. Hi friends, welcome to UI development learn. Something like that you are able to see. Right now we learn how to create it. Yeah. Now this is page is already open. That is the reason I can able to do some modifications to this. Right? Yeah. Instead of here hi, what I can do, something like something like hello friends and writing. Now save this. Just go to your browser and just reload it. Yes, yes, change this. But I'll be closing this one. Wantedly, I'm closing that. So now I don't have that file to make some changes. You understood, right? To make some changes. Right now, I don't have any file, but still I want to make the changes. Here, yes. Then what to do? Don't worry. Just go to the directory where you have stored your particular web page. Where is the web page stored? Full stack 8 a.m. December 15 UI development folder. Just go there and do right click at it. Then click open with. Now, don't go with Firefox or Chrome or Edge. Why? Because that will open as output mode, right? I don't want that. I want to edit it. If you want to edit it, open it through any of the editor. It will show few options over there, Notepad and all. In your computer, if it is not showing, generally it will show. Browsers it will show anyhow. If it is not showing also, don't worry. Go to this something called choose another app. In mine it is showing, okay. But still, if in your computer for the first time if you do, it may not show. Then click something called choose another app. Then yeah, here it will be showing the list here. In the definitely notepad will be there. Or you can click something like more app, then definitely notepad will be there. And then you can click that notepad. You understood, right? Then from that moment onwards, notepad will be available as a option here, as a suggestion. But in my computer direct it is direct. Now I'm clicking. Now this will be opening your editor. Understood, right? So here I can able to do any changes I want to. So now I'm changing this to dear friends. I'm just changing this to dear friends. Welcome to your development lab. Right now, simply save this. Just go to the browser and make sure that you're doing the refresh. Not only here, you have opened that in another browser also, right? Yes, you do. But if you look at this, as I already told you, here, if you take your mouse cursor to this Amazon site, there it is showing online shopping site in India, shop online, something it is showing. But if I take my mouse cursor to our page, what it is showing there? Something it is showing actually, but what it is showing? It is showing something like first page dot html. Okay, it is local file only. That is not a problem. See here it is serving from Amazon.in. That is server name, like your domain name, from where it is serving. That is fine. But online shopping site in India, some text is there, right? But here if I take here, then it is showing first page.html, which is actually my file name. It is serving from the local, okay, but that is my file name. Why? Because for my website, as of now, for our website or for our web page, we have not created any, we have not set any title. You understood my point? Now I want to create a title. Unless we create a title to our web page, the whatever may be the file name along with the extension called HTML, that would be considered as a title, default title. Able to see first page.html, not only here, even here. If you look, if you go there, yeah, there see that will be the your default name. See, every browser has its own style to represent it. You understood, right? Edge will say only that HTML file name, but your Firefox will say that is from D drive, full stacks, 8 a.m. December 15, UI development, whatever it is. But this is not the desired. Right? And also one more ambiguity here. One browser is showing one name as a title, other browser is showing some other name. Why to have that? If we can give some special name to our title, right? Our web page. Yeah. So in everything, HTML will be added with the help of tag, guys. Most of the time. Okay. So now I want to add some title to my web page. Title is something, some metadata, right? Yeah. So that can be added inside the header tag. We have to add, but to add any title to any web page, we have to take the help of a special tag. The tag name is called title tag. What is the tag name? Tag name is title. So open and close title, and here you can give the title to your web page. Okay. This is the first web page. Clear? You can write whatever it is. In another style you want to write, then you can write like first web page. You can type something like this. UI development. Okay. Yeah. Within that, what will be there here? You can write whatever you want. Now say, just go to the browser and reload that. Yeah, I think that is not properly saved. Yeah, still it is showing. Uh, what it is showing? Yeah. First page only it is showing, right? Uh, yeah, first web page, but UI development. Yeah, first web page I have written it. Yeah, first web page hyphen UI development something else. So which means that is changed. First page dot HTML is my web page name, but that is changed now. First to web page something UI development and all. And go to this one. Here it is showing some lengthy path of your file, right? So just reload it. That will be changed. That's first web page UI development and something HTML, whatever, right? So this is about your what I can say basic creation of a first web page in your HTML learning. Got it right? How to do it? I repeat, just within 2 minutes. I repeat. Try to catch it, guys. You have missed it. Okay. So that is we have to use root tag called HTML tag. Open HTML, close HTML. And two primary tags are there: head tag and body tag. Open head tag, close head tag. Open body tag, close body. Next, whatever the visible content. Visible content means in your web page. This is called your web page. From here to till the end, this is called web page, where it is like white color, right? This is your web page, visible content. Whatever it has to be visible to the user from your web page, that data you have to represent in the body tag. That's it. So that's I'm writing some normal text here, okay? And then if you want to provide some title to your web page, just now we discussed it. If you don't provide any title to your web page, then default will be your file name will be acted as a title. Okay. To give the title, we can use a tag name itself is a title tag, and that will be providing inside the header tag. Okay, fine. Yes, we have done with that one. Now, fine, we are able to do this. So write this and in one web page, one editor like Notepad. Write this and then go for uh, option called file and then save. When you're saving it, give some name like whatever the name ABC, but .html, and then make file save type as all files, not as text. Do this and try to save it in the proper location. Whatever the directory you created in that folder, you try to save it. Then just open that folder. Once you created it, just open the folder there and double click on that. Then it will open in the default browser, whatever it may be in your computer. Or if you want to go with some specific browser of your own choice, then you can go for right click and you can do. Or if you find any of the browser not shown up in that list, then also don't worry. Then just to click that open in the app, there you can able to see. So lab still, if the list is not satisfied by you, get all the got it right. So this is the way you'll be creating your first page. Clear? So in website point of view, what will be the is like like this will be having different pages. Here, what is the name I give first page, right? Instead of that, their name will be welcome. Next name will be registration. Next file name will be login. Next file name will be dashboard. You understood, right? Next file name will be about us. Next file name will be contact us HTML. You understood, right? So like that, some related names they'll be writing, and all that web pages they'll be keeping inside a particular what I can say directories. Then they'll be deploying this directory in the server and something they'll be doing later. But how that will be created is like this. Okay. Now we are successfully finished with one part called how to create a first file. Now we are going to learn our course content. That is, these tags will have definitely opening and closing tag. What is tag listener we learned, and the tag together is called HTML element. HTML element can have other elements. Is it true? Yes. Just now we observe. Practically also observe. What is this head? Opening head and closing head is called what? Head tag, right? Or head element. that is containing again one more element called what? Title element, means which internally tells like an HTML element can contain other element, or even your web page itself is that, guys. Opening HTML and close HTML, that is the root tag. Inside that, what is there? Head element is there, yes or no? So an element can contain other element. Okay, that part is done. Next, it can contain textual data. Yes, yes. What is the tag name here? Body tag. What this body tag is containing now? What is this is containing? Some text data. This is text only, right? Normal text. But actually, I'm not satisfied with this normal text. You understood, right? I want something to be specific in terms of text only, but I want something to be specific. So that can be done in HTML in two ways. That is, text can be added to your web pages or your HTML pages in two ways. One is headings, and the other thing is paragraphs. Simple. Right? What I can say, some academic books we have read, we used to read in a academic book. If you open, what will be there in that book? Chapter 1, chapter number will be there, right? Then chapter name, right? Then what will be there? One, introduction to something. Then one more, just to below to that 1.1, introduction to something. Then 1.1.1. You understood, right? So if you look at that, the size will be different. The chapter number or chapter name will be of more size. Then your normal heading will be some size. Then 1.1 subheading will be some size. Then 1.1.1 something will be some little less size. Right? That is like headings will be there with some different size. But when it comes to the paragraph, yeah, within the textbook, what will be the paragraph, right? If you're talking about the paragraph, if you uh, take it across the chapters and all, everywhere paragraph will be of same style. Yes or no? Size I am talking. Same size will be there. Same way here also, guys. You can compare them. So why I'm giving this kind of example? Because you can easily compare and you can easily remember them. Yeah. In the web page, whenever you want to create some page with some text, you want to add some text. Here, when I'm talking about the headings, here there are total 6 headings are there default. By default, see later you can able to modify, you can able to provide some styling, colors, size and with CSS. But by default with HTML, there are 6 headings are in 6 ways you can provide the headings using tag called H1, guys. What is the tag name? H1, H2. H1 indicates heading 1 like that, like this up to H6, guys. You understood it? So H1, H2, H3 and all so on H6. Whereas each one represents one kind of a heading. H1 is the bigger size, whereas H6 is the smallest one. You understood it? Next, to give the paragraph, we have a tag called only one tag will be, because we have only something called paragraph only, right? We don't have something called paragraphs, different styles, only something we have called paragraph. So how that will be added is with the help of p tag. Understood it? So now this I am going to use in my page. Understood? So here I mentioned dear students and all, right. So directly I mentioned, instead of that I want to put this under H1. Understood? Now this should give me some style. Styling means some heading instead of some normal text here, right? So here it is having normal text. So now see the difference you see. Just I saved that, able to see something like, guys. This is what I got it. So this is what your heading is. The same way here I can have different headings as well. So here H1, H6 also I can add, and yeah, now H6. And at the end, I will be adding one paragraph as well. So how to add the paragraph? Open P and then close P, right? And then write something, some data in that. Here I'm just remove this. Like that. This is paragraph. Okay, just like that I'm adding. Now save this and just go to the browser, go to the same page and just reload it. You are able to see. This is what I want you people to understand. If it is talking, if you're talking about H1, that size will be different, and if you're talking about H2, then less. And then if you look at this here paragraph, which is little bit like almost like your H4, I think H4 size and paragraph size may be same. But what is the difference here is other than the size, okay. But here bold text. If the text here, if you look at this headings are by default bold in nature text. But if you're talking about the paragraph are not bold by default, non-bold, but normal or non-bold, I can say. Whereas headings are by default bold. Clear? And later you want to change it. That you can do using CSS, but at this moment, this is clear. So now with this, we have learned today what is HTML. I repeat that, guys. What is HTML? What is your inside your development? What is HTML? What is the full form? What is tag? Okay, what are the prerequisites to learn it? And what are the system? What your system should have? Nothing. Only one editor and modern browser. And next, how to save a file? And then what is the basic template we follow? HTML inside that header tag as well as body tag. Close that HTML. Next, what a tag can contain? What an element can contain? Text data, image data, and links, videos, and when it comes to this one, we are successfully finished. Like how to add the text data. There are two ways in which we can add the text to our pages. One is headings tag, and another is paragraph. When it comes to headings, there are total 6 tags are available by default, starting from H1 to H6, where H1 represents the larger size, H6 is the smallest amount. Got it. Next paragraph, only one thing, one tag called paragraph tag, that represented with p tag, using for adding some data. Okay, so that's it. By default, headings are bold in nature. By default, paragraphs are non-bold, normally. That's so. This is about today's session, and I want you people to follow the same. By tomorrow, I'm encouraging and I'm expecting you people to just to create your own page. Just to create one folder in your computer and try to use one notepad and try to write this code. This code means whatever HTML, open HTML, close HTML, head tag, close head tag, body, within the body write some heading and whatever the stuff you want to write, just write it and then save it with the .html. And to give some title to your web page, within the head tag write some title tag. Got it? So I'm expecting you people to do this, and that's it for the day, guys. So I don't want you people to bother much. Okay, just creating the first web page and with some heading and paragraph. I hope you people are clear with today's session. Or else, if you're having any doubts, it's open, right? The session is open to questions.
So can you show the syllabus content once?
What? What, Chiru?
Syllabus content. Can you show me once?
Yeah. We can share it with you. You have given your details, Chiru, actually.
Today only I joined little late, sir. That is the reason I do not know. I keep attending little late. I joined late.
Okay. Yeah, you do one thing. To mine Visual Path is the right. So just to drop your details, your mail ID and phone number.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, in a private chat, you just drop. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think all others have given your details. Like Aruna, you have given your details, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Coming to the session, do you have any doubts, Aruna?
As of now, there is one doubts.
Okay.
So what was the difference between older version and new version HTML5?
No, that we don't find. For that also .html, for this also .html. The difference here is in HTML4 certain tags we have used, and in HTML5 those tags are continued, and other than that some tags are extra used and few tags are deprecated.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, but whatever we are learning at this moment, they are basic tags. They were available in HTML4 also. They are available in 5 also. And but in upcoming days, we'll be learning few tags which are not present in the HTML4.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, but when you're explaining those new tags now, just point it out. Why? Because it will be better for interview purpose when they ask any difference.
Which date?
The new tags which were added in HTML5, at the time of explaining, just point it out. These were the new tags added, so that it will be helpful.
Yeah, definitely. What are the new tags added in the HTML file 5 version? I will be mentioning them. Yeah, don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Others, guys?
Sir, I just have one question. Sir, in our organization, we will get the requirement for HTML creation with Figma links.
With what? Figma?
Figma. Yeah, they will create all the designs over there. So
yeah,
can we use?
Some UX designer will be there. They will be just how your website should look like and all. They'll be coming up with some what I can say some
sample design template they will come.
Yeah, some sample design they'll be doing. But again, we have to write the code, right? Being a developer.
Yeah, sir, but can we copy those images from there? Is it possible?
From where?
From the Figma.
No, that by looking at that we can create, that we can integrate to your application, and whereby just by looking at that we can create. What it will do is if you don't have such kind of thing in your mind, we have to imagine everything. You understood, right? Being a developer, you have to imagine like on the top it should be like some menu bar, left side it should be like something, okay, in between somewhere there should be some logo. You understood, right? So these kind of things you have to keep in your mind. You understand? Instead of that, if you can integrate that Figma or whatever it is, then that will be like what I can say, some prototype, which will be like some just by looking at that, okay, these are the things I have to, but definitely you have to write the code and you have to make it. You understood my point?
Yeah.
So when you're talking about real-time complex application development, there so many pages will be there, right? So remembering directly in the brain may not be possible, right, all the times. Being creative, that is the reason some people will already develop it, and then that will be used to to write the code. But from the scratch, if you want to develop anything, we will be starting with HTML.
Okay.
Yeah, others, guys, do you have any doubts? Or else if you don't have doubts, we can wind up for the day, and tomorrow we'll start with some fresh topic.
No, sir, thank you.
Yeah, then.
Yeah, no, sir, thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
sir,
guys. Then.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. So what I'm expecting is, I want you people to do the same. Like, you should be ready with the first page. You should be in a position to create a first web page. How to create it? So I'm just expecting that small thing from you. Okay, with the paragraph and headings. You do whatever you want to write. You write. But I want you people to just put with that. Yeah. I hope you people will be doing. Yeah. Okay, guys. Then. Yeah. We'll see rest of the things. And Chiru, able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Akshay here. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. He just asked about some content what we'll be learning as he came today. I just want to show this one. Chiru, hello, Chiru, able to hear me?
I think he's on mute. Chill.
Yeah. Okay, as I told, okay, fine for the day, right? Yeah, maybe it might have answered. No problem. Yeah. Okay,
sir,
then.
yes.
Yeah. We'll see rest of the things in our next session.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.